Hi everyone, Lisa here from Flosstube Stitching. I hope everyone had a good week. Hope I don't run out of light, but I think we should be fine. Today I do want to go over my Jolly July plans, not quite as ironed out as they were for Mania, but getting there. I just realized that I downloaded some PDFs today that I was gonna grab off the printer, but I'll just talk to you about them instead. You've seen them all anyway. But yeah, so gonna just cover the usual things and then try to get in Jolly July. I also realized that I think I also wore this tank top in my last video. I do have other shirts, but apparently this is what I wear on Sundays. And my dog is barking because he wants to be out here with me, I guess, but he can stay inside. So what I did today, my parents came to visit, so that was nice because we haven't seen them since March 15th. So that was nice. My dad had bought my son a new bike, so he was excited for that. And when I say he, I should say both Papa and Jack were excited for that. So that was nice to have them come to visit. Yesterday we went berry picking, so that was good. So we picked about $30 worth of strawberries at a local farm here. And last night I made Instant Pot strawberry jam, and then I made some strawberry crisp today. I think my husband's digging into that right now as we speak. Yeah, so that is how our weekend has been. On a not so nice note, this week was a rough week for us. I don't think I mentioned it on my last video, but my cat Oreo wasn't doing so well, and we had to make the decision to put her down on Thursday. So she was 13, but I just didn't want her to suffer, and we did tests, and the doctor figured it, or the vet, they figured it was blood cancer. So I think we made the right decision in not prolonging anything. And yeah, so that was not so nice stuff that I was dealing with this week. So yeah, and my dog won't stop barking. I don't think he typically cares about this, but apparently today it's bothering him. Yeah, so that's kind of my life updates. Thank you to all my subscribers, up to 138, so that's great. Your support is greatly appreciated. I actually do have some questions that I want to answer, so thank you very much for everyone that left comments and posted some questions on my last video. I appreciate that, and looking forward to more interactions like that. I will also try to respond to your comments as well, like on the comment too. And I think other Flosstubers have mentioned this as well. YouTube isn't like notifying of new comments anymore. So as I try to keep on top of it, and again, not that I get a ton of comments, and I appreciate every one of them. I do apologize if I do ever miss something or don't respond, or at least like or heart your comment. Yeah, it's just that apparently you don't get notified of it anymore. So a few different comments about Snow Village, so thank you very much for your kind comments on that. Kathy wanted to know, let's grab it here. Oops. It's also going to be part of my Jolly July portion. That's not it. Try again. There we go. So Kathy wanted to know what fabric I'm using. That's a good question. So I got the, just gonna see if it says it in here. Oh, maybe it does. Items included. Look at that. So I got the auto ship program from Fat Quarter Shop for Snow Village. So I am using a 25 by 36 inch piece of wood shell 16 count country French rain Ada. So that's what came with the with the kit. So they also give you like a pattern to cut out if you want to do each individually, and I'm doing mine each like all together. So I think I'm gonna have a lot of extra, and I did a middle start, which made sense because you literally got the middle pattern. So I think I'm gonna have a lot around the edge, but yeah, so that's where I got it from. So her question was, what fabric are you using? And then how big of a piece did you buy? And then I got it from Fat Quarter Shop. So I think that answers all those questions. So I'll leave that out, and then I'll also make mention of that on your comment as well, Kathy. So thank you for asking. Yeah, and so as you can see, I'm still behind, but that's fine. And then Jody had also mentioned that she had been collecting Snow Village charts, so it sounds like she's going to be doing them individually, so that's great, Jody. And then I had a nice comment from Shelly. She let me know that she came across my Flosstube from 911 Stitcher. So I think that she might be in the Stitching 911 group. So welcome, Shelly. And she was asking me about the Canadian snippet patterns because she has lived in Mississauga in the past. So was interested in possibly stitching those. She had asked if there was anyone else that had responded to in the D-Stash group about having the patterns. One other person had responded, but I think there was someone else following my thread that was going to take her up on her offer. Yeah. And so I don't know of anyone else that has them right now. I'm sorry, I got distracted by a message that came in on Facebook. So I don't know of anyone else that has the patterns for sale, but perhaps just posing the question on one of the D-Stash groups, even the American ones. You never know, someone may have some. You could also reach out to some Canadian LNSs. My local one, I believe, can likely get them, and that is Stitch It Central. And I know that they ship anywhere. So that might be an option as well. Do bear with them. Things are obviously behind for obvious reasons, but they are super nice to work with. I think I just placed a second order just this weekend alone. They're open via appointment, but it's just easier for me to order and then pick up right now. So yeah, that might be an option as well for you. So thanks, Shelly, for that comment. So keep those comments and questions coming. I really like that. I can interact with you guys a little bit more that way. All right, so for haul goes, those are the PDFs that I forgot to bring with me. So I got just this afternoon, I downloaded Buzz of the Bees by Stitching with the Housewives. So that's the one with the chickens and the sunflowers by Priscilla and Chelsea. And then I also downloaded Jolly St. Nick. That just came up today on their Etsy page. So I've been waiting for that one to come up so I could download it. So that's going to be part of my Jolly July. I'm sure everyone's already seen those patterns. But definitely check out their Etsy shop or their Flosstube page if you are interested in either of those. And then the other one I downloaded was by Stone Street Stitchworks, the MLK sampler. The time is always right to do what is right. So that's the one where the cost was like 71 cents Canadian, but looking for a donation to a charity of your choice for that one. So So I downloaded those 3 today. And sorry, I printed them. I meant to bring them up, but I didn't. Yeah, so that's covers all those questions and haul. So let's get right into whips. Sorry, now my back is a little sore because I'm scrolling through my computer. My legs are so sore from berry picking yesterday, like I can hardly walk. I did do an 8K run this morning, and it took till 8K for my legs to stop being sore, and now they're sore again. Berry picking is hard work. Alright, so whips. So Enchanted Stitches. Again, it's Monsters Inc. I don't think there's going to be any tasks until July 1st. I think I read that right. So the next couple days, kind of free days. But yeah, so Enchanted Stitches, Stitch on something that has the title of the name starts with C, D, or A. So I went with, so let's put it away here, a little bit better. So I went with Cinnamon Stars. That's what I wanted to check was, am I doing the right color for, sorry, I just had something in my head that maybe I had screwed up one of the colors for the actual house. X. C. No, I'm doing the right one. Perhaps the 611. Perhaps the DMC conversion is more brown. It looks more brown here. I was just thinking on some of the pictures I've seen that the actual house part looks more brown, and I find that mine's more green, but I guess it could just be the batch of floss I got too. So I think I did a little bit more in the bricks and then some more on the house. Possibly one of the stars, I can't remember. But I got some work done on that. And that's just on Ada that I tea-dyed myself. That's that one. Number 2 was stitch on something that had a number in it, and you didn't have to actually stitch on the number. So I chose July 1st by Shannon Christine. I didn't really get very much done. I had good hopes. And I like how bright it is, but I don't know. I was just not motivated today. So I got a little bit more of the red done on the roof, on the door, and some more white done on the window. Again, this is fabric from Fortnite Fabric. I think it's a 16 count. I don't know why. It's just not going very quickly. And then number 4, it was a stitch on something that was either smelly garbage, old dumpster, low tide, or wet dogs, something that reminded you of any of those. So I chose to stitch on my height for that, and applied that to the low tide. So I had a page finish last time. You can't see that at all. So right there is a page finish. So then all these extra stitches down there. So like well over 200 stitches. Put in on that one. And that also fit into a Magical Stitches prompt, which was stitch on something that you would protect. That would protect my heat. And then moving into Magical Stitches, stitch on a tree to help you with battle. I'm not reading the book, so I don't know what's happening. But, so I chose my temperature tree. And I've been meaning to show you this for the last couple weeks because I've been actually working it on my lunch break. So I have been working away on it. So I like how it's come up. I had to like cut some off the bottom because I don't know what kind of bugs they are, but they're like really super tiny red bugs. And like you can't flick them off without like squishing them. Yeah, it got squished, so we had to cut some meat off the bottom. But yeah, I'm happy with how that's turning out so far. It would go faster if I wasn't being so particular about my leaves. I'm doing a high and a low. If I didn't like run that day, if I did run that day, I'm just taking the temperature that it was when I ran. So I'm just making things more difficult on myself. So, but I do like how that's coming up. So that's that. So those are all that I worked on. Well, I also worked on some model stitching for Karen Bowen. And I might have worked on the birth record a little bit, but I forgot to bring it out. But I can show you that next time. If I did, I just put like a couple letters in. So, which I might have, but you can see it next time. And then, so let's go into Jolly July plans. All right. Jolly July. So there's still more open days, a lot of open days actually. Oh, my son got into daycare. Thank God. So that starts not next week, but the week after. So that means our schedule will kind of go back a little bit more normal-ish, where my husband will actually be home on Sundays. So, okay, so this is what I have so far. Not that you guys are going to be able to see that or remember it, but that's what I got filled in so far. The stuff I haven't filled in and again, this is probably going to change. I was leaving some spots for Priscilla and Chelsea are going to release some ornaments. I know. I just realized that Jolly St. Nick is not on there. So that's fine. So that will be filled in. I can also do up some of the ornaments from that were freebies with Linen and Threads Mystery Sal this year, Friends and Family Mystery Sal, because on each month they've included like another like little like an ornament. So I did buy some variegated thread from Michael's just to do those ones up. So those are also options. Yeah, and then I have some other ones that I can slate in there too. So I don't have anything down for July 1st yet. I won't have the thread for Jolly St. Nick to start that, because I just ordered it today. There's no way that they're gonna have it. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing for July 1st. I do want to work on the July 1st pattern from Shannon Christine on that day as well. So I might not do anything for Jolly July that day, but I might. So we'll see. Number 2, I've slated Jack Frost Tree Farm. I didn't bring that. Oh, I did bring it down. So I've kind of kitted up everything like I did last time around, where I threw everything just in this tote. So this is a 31 tote. So that's what I did for Mania, except I did it better for Mania. But, yeah, so I just threw everything in here. I got, like, fabric. I got extra charts. What are these charts for? Charts from Mania that I didn't start. Okay. So, I put in a couple of what I'll call cheaters. So, one being Jack Frost Tree Farm. And I don't know why I put that on Thursday, but again, I think that it might move around. So that's that one. So I said number 2 because I got a good start on the first part of Jack Frost, like of number 1. Let's pull that out and make sure that I'm not imagining things. Maybe I'll do number 3 instead. So this is how far I got. So I thought I had got all the border done on number 1, but I didn't. So maybe I'll start on number 3 over on this side. But yeah, so Jack Frost Tree Farm, whether it be number 1 or number 2 or number 3, I don't know yet. So that's, and then yeah, so it's gonna be either one of those patterns as one. And I say that's cheating because it's part of a bigger piece. But it's still a new start. People do those as ornaments, so that's fine. Number for Friday, I have Farmhouse Christmas Dairy Darling. So that one. Hopefully I didn't flash too much of the pattern there, but that one. And I'm probably going to change the cow to a black and white cow and give this to my mom for Christmas. And so I also have like all the patterns for Farmhouse Christmas, except the quilt, I think, because I didn't really care about the quilt block. I'm not going to do them all as one like that. If I do it all as one, I might do like a long one of them. So I do have all those, so I could also slate in more of those as well. Then the next one I have is Hooray, It's a Snow Day. And I had actually had kitted that up for Mania and then just didn't get to it. So, well, we'll get to it now. That'll work. So, as you can see, it's Jolly July is either Christmas or ornaments or winter. A little creative liberty with that. So number 5, I have a Prairie Schooler Santa. So I have 4 Prairie Schooler Santas that I could start. So that's 2011, 2000, 2003. I can't apparently read backwards. And then 2007. Did I say 2007? No, 2011. Good. And I believe, let me look at these again. And I believe this is the floss for this one. Again, I think they're mostly the same anyway, but I think that's flosses for that one. Because I found that floss like randomly in a drawer. And I think it's for that one. So we'll go with that. And then again, cheating. Snow Village. I'm not going to bring them all out again. But I have 4 more Snow Village pieces that I can start. Yeah, you've seen Snow Village. So I have Snow Village, 4 more of those that I could start throughout the piece. So again, that's kind of cheating, but I put those in for Mondays because Mondays are a little bit more hectic. And then Tuesday, so this is, now we're on to the 7th. I have, I'm just going to start putting this back in here, so it's kind of normal. Santa Rides. So I got the Santa Rides. And I got this off a D-Stash site, and it's actually the cardstock. So the ones I'm really interested in doing is the balloon and the train. So I got floss from Michael's for that the other day. So I have those slated in for a couple days. Christmas alphabet. So that is, so it's like a prairie schooler Christmas around here. So the Christmas alphabet. And so what I have slated to do is each of our initials. So 3. So L, S, and J. And I got the floss for that. So those are 3 days. I've got floss. I haven't figured out fabric. I think probably a lot of it's going to be tea-dyed. But, yeah. So I got to figure that out. So, Merry Christmas, Holly Jolly Farm. I'm confused by my writing because it looks like I have it slated for both. Oh no, I understand now. Never mind, I figured it out. Okay, so, well, I was confused because I had Holly Jolly, Merry Christmas, Holly Jolly Farm, and then I have Holly Jolly Farm. So what I think I meant by that is one day I'm going to do Holly Jolly Farm, and one day I'm going to do Merry Christmas. So that's those. I had the floss, and I do have Ada for that. So, because I started the bigger piece last Christmas. So I was just trying to look for ways that I didn't have to break the bank again terribly. I have been using up a gift card that I got from work, so that helps. And it was in American dollars, so that goes a little bit further too. So I just used the last of it today. The next is dashing through the snow. Okay, now we're going into some just crossed it, and I hope it's not getting too dark here. Dashing through the snow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this real well without showing the pattern, but it's that one there. Yeah, and I think I have a floss for that. I'm gonna have to look. I meant to get it at Michael's when I was there on Friday, but then I didn't bring my list with me, so I could Google. I knew this prairie schooler one, so I Googled that and got my floss list, but the others I didn't know. And then also I have slated a little bit down the line, and again, and then you get floss for this. It's all DMC, but this piece here to start that. I think that's really pretty. So that's from Cross Stitcher, October 2016. I just got this off a D-Stash site, and I got it because I saw that one. So that's that. Santa Key I have slated for, so I'm jumping around my calendar here a lot. I have Santa Key slated for the 11th. There it is. So Santa Key, the hands-on design. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them. This is the only one I really, really like, so this is the only one I bought. But I probably have enough fabric to do. I don't know if that's going to show up very well. But it's Serene by Pictureless Plus. So it's like a light. And again, I'm losing my light. It's 18 count. I don't know. I think it looks pretty similar to what the model looks like it's stitched on. Again, it's hard to tell. But, so I have enough fabric. I don't know if I have enough fabric to do all of them, but I definitely have enough fabric to do more than one if I so choose. All dolled up. I had that pattern, but I didn't get the floss. I don't know. I can probably grab the DMC for it to get started on it. So that one. When I like Googled it on 123 Stitch, it wouldn't come up, so I couldn't find it. Anything else in there? Nope, that's just the floss I got. So that is my Jolly July beginnings. So I still have, so I got Jolly St. Nick's, so that's one spot. I got another preschooler that I hadn't slated in, so it's 2 spots. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that leaves me 7 days to still kind of fill. Like I had some other stuff earmarked in just Acrostic, but I didn't have the floss for it. I don't know what my dog's doing, but I think he just knocked over all his toys inside. Yeah, so I don't know. But again, as I said, I might just fill in with those other ornaments. And I have some other ornament patterns I could do too, so I'll figure it out. But Mania went very well because it was so, sorry, I didn't mean to shake the table. It was so scheduled that I didn't have to think about it. So we'll see. Hopefully this will go well. So that's everything. A little bit longer video tonight, and I'm losing my light, so I think I better say good night. And next time that you see me, there will be some Jolly July stitching in there. So yeah, have a good week, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.